a Rick and Dave's girl, and you're watching Rick and Dave's Comic Book Hour.
There's more to me than you think.
Oh, really?
Hey, welcome to Rick and Dave's Comic Book Hour. I'm Dave.
And I'm Rick.
And this episode we are going to review The KIngmens. But I had no idea heard about this movie when I went through the theaters. I think I might have caught a glimpse of it. Did you know anything about it before?
Yeah, I watched the trailers, but it didn't really. I mean, I don't know why, but I didn't go see it. I didn't pay attention to it. But then when you got the movie DVD, I decided, well, I'm going to watch it, and you watched it, and we really liked this movie.
Yeah, it's one of these movies I sat back and I got done watching. I go, this was cool. So we got a little bit of a plan back here in the background, and I guess you could guess who this guy is. You know, if you're a Star Wars guy fan. Like, oh, now see, check that out. That is just, watch this. Now you want to talk about splitting up for today? I tell you, man, that's just.
It was kind of rough.
That chick is tough.
Yeah.
And they come up with the crazy Robert. No, who this one? Oh, this guy from
Matthew Vaughn.
the director was
Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn. Okay.
He did the X-Men First Class, and he did the Kick-Ass movies, and so you can see that influence in this movie.
Yeah.
With all the violence and all that, the exaggerated violence, and so it's a good movie.
It is a super secret agent James Bond type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think the original comics were called Secret Agents. Now here we got Samuel L. Jackson showing up. And he's the villain in this thing. And it's really cool. And they also got Colin Firth and Michael Caine in it.
Yeah.
So we got some top-notch actors in this movie.
It's about a kid that his dad was killed while he was in the Kingsman.
Yeah.
And then years later, he got the friend of his dad gave him a medal with a phone number on it. Said if they got in trouble to call that number and they'd come help him. Well, he got arrested for what?
He's just getting in trouble.
Yeah,
he's always getting in trouble.
It really wasn't a big emergency, but he called him and they got him out. And then it starts. We're there with training with maybe like 5 other people.
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 other people.
Yeah, training
and they do this. Only one of them going to be a Kingsman, so it's kind of a process of elimination. So if you screwed up, then you're out. And so they had them all doing all kinds of crazy shit to get into this secret agent service here. And of course, the front is a tailor shop, and that seems very British-like.
Yeah.
So,
and also his main character's name, Eggsy. His nickname, Eggsy, is like, only British would have that kind of name. But so the acting's done very well.
Yeah.
The exaggeration, the violence was kick-ass worthy.
Yeah, and the violence wasn't as bloody as it could have been.
Right, you're right.
I mean, it was violent, but it wasn't grotesque violence. And if that makes sense. Especially
right. It could have been a lot bloodier.
I mean, like what you just seen here earlier when she sliced that guy in half. I mean, that could have been all kinds of gore.
Yeah, all kinds of shooting out blood and stuff.
But they didn't go that route. But you're watching, you're going, ew, but it's not so.
Kind of bloodless.
Yeah, it's kind of bloodless violence, I guess.
Yeah, but still, you get the idea from it. It was Michael Caine. You played the Butler in the first Batman series back in the 80s and 90s. The Butler, or played Alfred, and they made it James Bond kind of spoof.
Yeah, it's just kind of playing off all the secret agent stuff.
Yeah,
and they just kind of amp it up to a new level, I think.
Yeah,
and so I mean, they got all the kinds of.
The jokes are
the jokes and the gadgets. They got watches to do this and pens that do that and lighters that do this and so stuff isn't what really you think it should be, and it turns out to be some sort of
like in a James Bond.
Yeah, or a Get Smart. You remember Get Smart, the TV show there where they had all the goofy shoe phones and all that shit. So it kind of plays off of that too. So Bond, James Bond.
Begs the question: did James Bond get the girl in the ass when he saved the world? Because this fellow did. He got to get the girl in the asshole when he saved the world.
Oh, that's right. At the end.
At the end, we saw the end.
And it was her.
Yeah.
This doesn't have much nudity, but it's got a nice butt shot at the end.
Yeah, but
spoiler. Sorry.
But, yeah. So That was
and it
kind
was
of
her idea too.
Yeah, it was her idea because she was a prisoner
And she's a princess.
and a princess.
And a princess.
So it's kind of like him being a Luke Skywalker, her being Princess Leia kind of deal. Because she's a princess.
I got that.
But she didn't say he was too short to be a Kingsman.
Too short to be a Jedi.
But that was a joke there because she said he said save the world. He said, if you save the world, you can fuck me in the asshole, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then he did, and at the end,
Then he was all motivated and he took out everybody.
Yeah, that motivated him. That was it. He's gone.
But anyhow. So enough of the weird sex thing.
And he has a conflict with his stepdad. So that's what his antagonist is, the stepdad that's violent toward him and yells at him, and also to his mom because. So that's one of the things, and of course, in the end, somewhere he'll get some revenge here, but and he's always running from people, and he's got neat ways to escape people.
Yeah, they do a lot of parkour in this.
Yeah.
In some of this, so it's kind of fun watching them run across the roofs and stuff, and moment in this scene. But in other scenes he does. So
yeah, then there's symmetry to the movie too, from the beginning to the end with the bar scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was very. They brought it together pretty well at the end. They tied up some of the loose ends and brought the whole thing to a close at the end. And I thought it was a good movie.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't pay attention to it. I saw the trailers. I don't want to see that. But the movie cost $81 million to make, and I think it's already made $403 million.
Oh really? Wow.
That's what I bet. That's
So-
probably worldwide, but still.
Yeah. So the original comic was from Mark Miller.
Yeah. And John
And-
Romita Jr. John Romita Jr.
No, not John.
I thought it was.
No, John didn't draw this one. It was
Is that so?
no.
Who was
It
it?
was what's his name from The Watchmen?
Oh. Alan Moore?
We know. That's he did the art and Mark Miller did.
Oh, anyway, it was the guy who did the Watchmen art. So, we didn't read. I didn't read the comics, so I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know how well this follows the books at all.
Yeah, so we don't know, but the movie's cool
Yep.
if it sticks with the comics. But that was inspired by a comic series.
Yeah.
And I think it was called Secret Agents.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. Samuel L. Jackson once again pulls off a great character.
Yes, he does.
I mean, you know.
Yes, he does. He
Yeah.
talks like this a little bit.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, it's.
He does it, has a little bit of a lisp, yeah, and he does it. He plays it really well, and
He
I
can
think-
play just about anything he wants to. I think.
yeah, and I think but with the characters were fresh a little bit and original. I mean, a villain with a lisp, and
Yeah, that was different.
and stuff like that, and the women were sexy as they should be.
Yeah.
And look at this chase scene if you can see it.
Yeah, he's going backwards, getting chased by the cops.
It's pretty good. It's before he gets into the jail thing, but he keeps going. But anyway, we've been rambling on long enough.
Yeah.
We suggest that if you want, you buy a copy, either DVD or the Blu-ray or both,
That's right.
because
Check it out.
Yeah,
There we go, Kingsman.
yeah. So we recommend this one because it was a good movie, good fun movie. It's one of those movies you can sit back and relax, eat your popcorn, you can relax and chill out for a while.
And get done going, boy, that was a good movie.
Yeah, and you want to watch it again.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching our show.
Yep. And
Bye.
we'll catch you later. Good day.